Today I'm going to give you 3 quick tips that are going to help you sell your leather goods. Hey guys. So I know when you start leatherworking, obviously the goal for most people is to start selling your leather goods. I mean, you start making stuff, you grow this huge stack of wallets and purses and whatever things that you find online to make. And before you know it, you need to buy more leather, better tools, whatever you think that you're going to need to make better stuff eventually. Leather is one of those things that it does sell. You can make some good money selling leather goods, but that's only if you're selling quality leather goods and you know how to put it out there so people will want to buy it. So today I'm going to give you 3 tips that are going to help you sell your leather even before you start putting stuff up for sale. Stick around to the end. There's one kind of bonus tip, but 3 main ones and a bonus tip. And these things will help you make some sales. I have been leatherworking since July of last year, so not all that long, under a year. I started leatherworking in July, and then I started selling my products in October. And since October, I've been taking in orders, and I've maintained a queue the entire time. It's never run empty on me, and I've been sitting and waiting to make something. So I have sold a lot of stuff. I've sold most of it through Instagram. I have quite a few repeat customers. I have probably 3 or 4 of my best customers who have given me a lot of money, but also a lot of work. I really think that these 3 tips are going to help you get to where I am and then hopefully take off from there. I am not a full-time leatherworker. I'm part-time. This is a side hustle for me. So I'm kind of in over my head right now. I've slowed down the rate that I take orders, and I'm just focusing on catching up. So if you follow these tips, you should be able to sell your stuff online and hopefully go full-time if that's your goal. So with that said, we're going to jump right into it with tip number 1, which is don't sell anything before you're ready. I started leatherworking in July and didn't sell my first thing till October, and it's not because I was trying and failing, it's because I decided that I was not going to sell anything until it was ready to sell. And that's, going to be based on what your work looks like. Nobody wants to buy a leather product and then get it and have it look like crap. You're just not going to get your repeat customers there. They might give you crappy reviews or just talk to other people and turn them off of ever buying your stuff. So you really want to focus on if you're hand stitching or machine stitching, you want it to focus on that and make sure it looks the best that you can. All your cuts should be nice and straight. Your edge burnishing or edge coat, whatever you want to do, it should all be pretty spot on before you start selling. Leather is a premium product. Don't compromise. If you make a mistake, throw the thing out and start over. I know it sucks. I've thrown out quite a few almost fully completed wallets because I mispunched it and that was the end of it. It's not worth trying to salvage and selling it at a reduced rate or anything. Toss the thing out, start over. It sucks. Throw a few swear words out there. But you'll be happy you did it. Your client will be happy you did it. You're going to make a better name for yourself selling high-end products versus products where they have mistakes that you've tried to fix and it looks like shit. So tip number 2 is going to be work on your photography. When I first started leatherworking, I started posting pictures of my work on Instagram. And at first, believe me, you can go look at my Instagram page and you can see, when I first started, they were crappy pictures taken with my phone. And then they started getting a bit better as I learned some things. I followed some photographers and talked to some photographers on Instagram. And then you can see the point where I switched from my cell phone to a mirrorless camera, the one that I'm filming this with right now. And then you can just keep seeing progression over the course of, I've posted almost 300 photos now. And that's the key. Just keep posting. Unless you're a photographer already, you're probably going to suck at first. And it's just one of those skills that you really need to learn with your leather work. I definitely noticed that as my photography has gotten better, I've gotten more orders. I get more likes on my photos. I get more messages. I have people constantly telling me that when they're swiping through Instagram and see one of my photos, they know that it's mine right away. So I've made that brand identity. Even though I'm a small brand, people scroll through and they still see a picture of mine and know that it was me that took the picture instantly. That's going to lead to people knowing your brand, and it's going to help your following grow. And just obviously with your following growing, you're going to have access to more people, and you're going to get more orders. And I've definitely seen it. I even see more orders if I post consistently throughout the week. And if I want fewer orders, I actually cut back the amount I post a week. So play with it, but you should be taking pictures of everything, always striving to get better at photography as you're trying to grow your leather brand, because when you start leatherworking, you're everything. You are your manufacturing and your marketing and your shipping department, you're everything. So you need to get better at all aspects of your business. And if you're not into photography, I'm sorry, but that's a big part of it. I never thought that I would be into photography either, and luckily I like it, but you do need to learn it if you want to sell more stuff on Instagram, which is where I sell the vast majority of my products. I have sold some through my website, through the contact form, but using the shopping cart on my website, I've actually only ever sold one thing. So most of my orders are custom orders that come in through email and through Instagram. It's just the way it is, but if you want to sell more stuff, take better pictures. And my last tip is going to be find someone to criticize your work. If you're someone that doesn't take creative criticism well, I'm sorry, but you're at a disadvantage. You need somebody who will give you their honest opinion. If you make something that looks like crap and show them, they will tell you that it's a piece of crap. You don't want a bunch of people around you just always boosting you up, saying, yes, that's great, that's amazing, because that's not going to drive progress. Those people are amazing people in your lives. I'm sure they're just trying to do what's best for you. They're just trying to encourage you, and you need those people too, but they're not going to drive you to get better. They are your emotional support. They're going to, help you out when you're upset about something. It's not going to help you get better at the craft itself. You need someone that's going to, look at your crappy stitching line and say, hey, that's a piece of crap. You need to do that better. You shouldn't sell it. Those people are very important, and I've been fortunate that I've surrounded myself with quite a few of those who'll immediately call me out on a piece of crap that I've made. And finally, my bonus tip. It's kind of a bonus tip just because it's not so much something you do as something you recognize. When you have customers coming, messaging you, or however they get a hold of you to make something for them, you need to identify your target market. If you have someone that's trying to nickel and dime you, they start a conversation by asking how much something is, that's not your target market. Handmade leather goods are expensive. That's just the way it is. It takes a lot of time to make them. The amount of time that goes into getting good at making something is huge, as well as the materials are expensive. So if someone's just trying to lowball you, they're not worth your time. Your target market is someone that knows how expensive a handmade leather good is, knows what they want, and they just ask you to make something without asking you the price of it beforehand, because they should have a good idea of around how expensive it's going to be. Don't waste your time with people that are nickel and diming you, telling you your stuff is too expensive or that it's not worth that, because what do they know? They didn't make anything. They're just trying to get something cheap. Tell them to go to Walmart. And that's it for this one. I hope these tips helped you. These things have all helped me sell my stuff, and I'm doing pretty good for a side hustle. I have all kinds of fancy gear around me now, and a workbench and a YouTube studio that I didn't have when I started leatherworking in July, and it's all thanks to being able to sell the stuff that I've made and amazing customers coming back and buying my products. So I'm not even a year in, and I have pretty much everything I need to, run a decent leather shop in my time off work, and it's just something that I love. So I'm making money for doing the hobby that I would be doing if I wasn't even selling it. It's a great setup that I have, and it's allowing me to do YouTube, which is something that I also love. It's let me discover several hobbies that I like, photography and videography, as well as leatherworking and working on a social media presence. It's kind of cool. Leatherworking's led me down a road where I found a bunch of stuff that I enjoy doing, met a lot of cool people, and it's just been amazing. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. If you could like the video and subscribe to my channel, I'd be super grateful. I'm coming up on 500 subscribers on YouTube right now, so that's halfway to monetizing. 1,000 subscribers is the benchmark where I can start up the community tab and start monetizing my videos, which would help me out, help me make cooler videos. So if you're someone who watches my videos but doesn't subscribe, hitting the subscribe button below would really help me out. I'm well on my way, but I could always use more. Anyways, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video.